inflation is this? Are you kidding me? Going to war with fucking Venezuela is going to cause our food and our shipping prices to potentially spike severely hard. You know, by 2030, you'll own nothing and be happy that that's their goal, right? Any way they can get it. Let's do a little poking around the internet and see what's going on as far as the news is concerned. That's trying not to be politically related. Oh, wait, what's this? Campbell's soup? That's not politically related. But what is it related to? Bioengineered meat. Ew. Listen to this.
A former Campbell's Soup Company employee is taking legal action against the food giant, and he's making some explosive allegations about one of its top executives. Good evening, and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Those allegations are now at the center of a lawsuit claiming the company's vice president went on an hour-long tirade attacking the company's products and employees before taking aim at its customers.
And the former employee recorded it all. Eric Erickson shares that recording and what the company is saying about it.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit?
And that's just part of an over an hour.
He said we have shit for effing poor people. Listen to this. Listen to this. I'm going to rewind that.
We recorded it all. Eric Erickson shares that recording and what the company is saying about it.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit?
And that's just
part
of an over an hour-long rant, says former security analyst for Campbell'S, Robert Garza of Monroe.
I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's so healthy. Now that I know what the in it. Even in a can of soup, I look at it.
He said it's not healthy. You don't know what's in it. Listen to this. Listen to it. Let's roll that back.
President went on an hour-long.
The president?
Now at the center of a lawsuit claiming the company's vice president went on an hour.
The vice president. Are you? Vice president went on an hour-long rampage or rant about the crap that's in Campbell's.
Gill, those allegations are now at the center of a lawsuit claiming the company's vice president went on an hour-long tirade attacking the company's products and employees before taking aim at its customers.
And the former employee recorded it all. Eric Erickson shared.
Poor people.
We have
Who buys our shit?
And
he says, the vice president says, we have shit for effing poor people. Who buys our shit? Meaning it's garbage. Poor people buy this stuff.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit?
And that's just part of an over an hour-long rant, says former security analyst for Campbell'S, Robert Garza of Monroe.
I don't buy Campbell's products barely
I don't
anymore.
buy this.
It's so healthy. Now that
It's
I know
not healthy.
Even in
He said, I don't buy this. It's not healthy. Did you, not to mention all these soups you get in a can are loaded with sodium.
Security analyst for Campbell'S, Robert Garza of Monroe.
I don't buy Campbell's products.
I don't buy it. This is the vice president saying he didn't know he's being recorded. I don't buy effing Campbell's product. Anymore. Barely anymore.
It's barely anymore. It's so healthy.
It's not healthy. Now that I know what the F's in it.
Now that I know what the in it. Even in a can of soup, I look at it. Look at meat. Bioengineered meat.
Bioengineered meat.
I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
Oh, shit. Are you kidding me? Oh, shit.
I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a
3D printer. Wow.
The recording allegedly of Campbell's VP and Chief Information Security Officer Martin Bally.
He has no filter.
Bally, along with another supervisor and Campbell's Soup Company, named in a lawsuit filed Thursday. The suit claiming Bally made racist remarks, admits to coming to work high, and Garza fired for coming forward.
What do you think about the things that he was saying?
Oh, just pure disgust.
Garza says he usually worked remotely for Campbell's headquarters, based in Camden, New Jersey. But thinking he'd be discussing his salary with Bally, he says the recording taken in person at a restaurant.
So this is the same vice president that talked about the bioengineered meat. He's saying this about Indians.
But thinking he'd be discussing his salary with Bally, he says the recording taken in person at a restaurant.
They couldn't think for the like you dumb
Garza says he felt sick after the rant, deciding to go to his direct supervisor in January, keeping the recordings to himself.
He had never had any disciplinary action. They had never written him up for poor work performance.
Garza says no one at Campbell's ever followed up, and it's taken him 10 months to find a new job. calling the way the canned soup company handled it simply terrible.
They have a motto, like we treat you like family, here at Campbell's, come work for us, we treat our employees like family. That's not the case.
We did just receive a statement from Campbell's that says, quote, "If accurate, the comments in the recording are unacceptable. They do not reflect our values and the culture of our company. We are actively investigating."
Well, the Indian remarks aside, do you, Campbell's, or do you not serve, have bioengineered meat in your cans? That's the question. All right. Is it from a 3D printer? Why would he lie about that?
This manner. We've also reached out directly to Martin Valley.
So take a look at your label there. Let's take a look at your label. Bioengineered food ingredients. It says contains bioengineered food ingredients. The ingredients from canola, corn, and soy in this product come from genetically modified crops, but it really doesn't say anything about the meat, but yet the vice president says it has bioengineered meat in it. Would you put a pass to that? I wouldn't. I'm sure it's not just Campbell's. I'm sure a lot of these soup companies are cutting corners, just like a lot of companies, food production companies are cutting corners. I just watched a video today talking about how pretty much all the restaurants get their food from pretty much the same food distributor, which is Cisco. So if you get jalapeno poppers at Applebee's or jalapeno poppers at Chili's, it's going to taste the same because basically our food, it's been downgraded. You know what I mean? Everyone knows this and has been talking about this ever since the scamdemic. A lot of things have gone downhill. And so these soup companies are no exception. Bioengineered ingredients, I'm sure it's bioengineered meat. Why would they put quality meat in there? And you can get Campbell's now, it's back on sale for like at Kroger at 99 cents a can. I mean, I know the price went high in the last 4 years on the Beijing Biden, but I saw it on sale for like 99 cents a can. You think they're putting top quality meat in there? No. Maybe they once put pretty decent quality meat in there, but not now. Everything's bioengineered this, bioengineered there, lab print meat this. Who knows? Maybe Lou Ferrigno knows what's in there, but I know one thing's for sure. That shit's loaded with sodium. Go look at it. A 16-ounce can of Campbell's, isn't that right? It's 16 ounce, fucking over 1,000 milligrams of sodium. It's ridiculous, but there's a lot of sodium in a lot of food that's already made for you, pre-made. So I just want to share you with that. The vice president caught on being recorded saying that we put shit in the Campbell's, and we serve it to the poor people. We serve shit to the poor people because that's basically who buys it. He says, I don't buy this anymore, especially that it has the meat probably comes from a 3D printer. I damn sure ain't gonna buy it, he said. And then he made this comment about Indians that they don't know anything. And then when the person that recorded it, the employee, leaked it, well, he got retaliated upon. So, there's that. There's that, Campbell's. So maybe you want to boycott Campbell's. Maybe it's time to just boycott a lot of these shitty companies, these now shitty companies that turn. Because Campbell's, we all grew up with it, and it seemed like a pretty decent soup most of my life. But, these companies and corporations, they've gotten so greedy that they really don't care. Maybe they never did, but they seemed like they did decades ago, years ago, especially when I was growing up. But they don't care. They do not fucking care, man. They could give a damn. They put chemicals. They hire these scientists to create these flavors, and it's artificial. Everything's bioengineered and chemicals and things like that. They don't hire these scientists to make nutritious food, improve nutrition. No. So what they do is they feed us chemicals, and it tastes like this soup or that soup loaded with sodium, and basically we're the lab rat. So read your labels, and if it says bioengineered, well, you might want to put it the fuck down. The sodium alone should make you not want to buy it. The reason why Americans got a lot of high blood pressure. Why is that? I mean, a lot of it comes from the diet. I know the chemtrails do help with the high blood pressure situation. That's a fact. But the sodium, the food that they serve us, man, that they're selling, the sodium when you go out to eat, it's through the roof. And so it's no wonder if you have a steady diet of high sodium all the time, you're going to get blood pressure problems and heart problems and things like that, especially if you're sedentary and don't do anything to mitigate the shit that you're putting in your body. So there's that. Let's see what else is going on real quick. Got my blue light blocking glasses on from this fucking computer, but let me just read this. I need to get my reading glasses, so I had to enlarge this. A harrowing body cam footage has been released capturing the immediate aftermath of a road rage shooting in Henderson, Nevada that left an 11-year-old boy dead. The father is, I think he's, he sounds Hispanic, or maybe he's not, but he's got an accent. The person that shot him is a white guy. He looks like maybe a 20-year-old. You'll see him. But this video shows the boy's stepfather, Valente Ayala, oh there you go, there's a name, screaming in anguish to a police officer, "My kid is dead, my kid is dead, man," which is terrible, it is. It's a road rage shit's gotta stop. You got these people on the road that fucking drive like they want to kill you, and then when you get annoyed at them because they're driving like they want to fucking kill you, they're cutting you off, they're causing you to slam on your brakes because they're cutting you off, they're tailgating you, they're pulling out in front of you, right? You see this all the time. And then maybe if you make a gesture at them, God forbid you got pissed off at these bastards that drive like bats out of hell, well, then they want to pull out the jammy and aim it at your body, right? Well, this father's boy, 11-year-old boy, was shot. And so the suspect, Tyler Matthew Johns, 22, is seen walking up to the officer confessing, "I did it, I shot him," and he's almost looks like he's saying, "I don't know why. I don't know why." With his hands behind his back, getting ready to be arrested because he knows he did the deed. Johns admitted on camera that the shooting was 100% his fault, claiming he was road raging after the other car tried to merge. Okay, so what it is the other car, like I said, the other car was trying to merge, I guess, somehow, and maybe, I don't know if he was trying to cut the guy off that shot him. I don't know. But the thing is, you got people that are doing crazy batshit stuff, and it can make you mad that if you're one of these road ragers, you might want to do what this person did. I don't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? Or someone might be doing something shitty to you on the road, causing your life, putting your life in jeopardy. And if you say something or flip them off, they might want to pull something out on you, right? You've seen that. So it could go either way. It could be either one that's getting wronged on the road does what this 22-year-old did, or it could be the one that's doing the wrong who's now getting yelled at by the other driver pulling out something. Either way, it's road rage shit. It's bad news. It's dangerous. Check yourself before you wreck yourself out there, okay? Drive defensively, of course. You have a right to be pissed off when someone's driving like a fucking piece of shit, all right? Like they want to kill you, because that's the way I see it. There's no other way. You're going to jeopardize my life and maybe yours over what? Over what? Where are you going? We're all going to the red light. We're all going to get there to the red light at the same time, bitch. Knock this shit off. Everyone needs to fucking stop driving like bats out of hell. Stop driving like criminals. Or you should be treated like a criminal and be put in jail if you can drive like a criminal, all right? Everyone needs to just stop the tailgate and stop cutting people off. Stop pulling out from parking lots onto the highway in front of people when you got no one behind that driver, but yet you want to pull out in front of that driver, causing that person to slam on their brakes or go in the other lane and shit like that. And damn sure, check your emotions before you get road rage, all right? Check it, because this could end up just like this, a disaster and a tragedy. And it doesn't have to be that way. You might feel the anger to do something, but don't act upon it. Do not. I wouldn't. And that's talking from a guy that does get real pissed off out on the road, all right? So again, you know, these bastards on the road, they piss you off. I know that. But don't let your emotions get out of hand when you do something stupid, all right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But these bastards that drive dangerously, something needs to be done. Seriously, something needs to be done, because it's too much. I see it too much on the road. It shouldn't be every damn day I get on the road that someone's acting like they want to try to fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm John Cena, they can't see me on the damn road and they pull out in front of me and have to slam on my damn brakes. Pisses me off to no end. So this is what this idiot, the hell was 22? I remember I said he looked like he was 20, so he's 22. The hell, what was his name? I just mentioned his name. All right, well, the 11-year-old boy's name is Brandon Dominguez Chavarria. He's dead. I mentioned his name, but I gotta look for it. Tyler Matthews Johns. Tyler Matthew Johns, 22. Take a look. Mail.
You're killing this kid? He's dead? Why? You're killing this kid?
So the one that did it turns himself in right there on the spot. Turns around to get arrested.
You shot at him?
What do you mean you didn't know? You didn't know what? You didn't know he had a kid in the car? So you meant to shoot him, I guess, for merging and cutting. I guess you got cut off. It doesn't say that, but had you known there was an 11-year-old in the car, you wouldn't have done it. You shouldn't be shooting. Nobody should be shooting anybody on the road. I know people get pissed off. You should not be resorting to violence. It doesn't end well, and it could end your life too. You get violent with someone on the road. You don't know if they got what they got as far as weaponry and shit. Yeah, you get pissed off, but just leave it at that. Maybe you could do a gesture as they go left and you go right. But these days, the days of put up your dukes are over, man. People pulling out their Second Amendments.
He's dead? Why? I shot at him, bro. You shot at him?
He said, I don't know what now? I lost my effing... I lost my effing, I guess, he's saying I lost my kid or something like that. Or is he saying I lost my effing, I guess, mine, and I killed him? Something like that. Get the father out of here? Did he say get the father out of here?
I don't know what's going on. People are saying somebody shot. One girl also got arrested. License plates. One is indeed. One is. So I don't know what's going on.
He came up around the side, like on the merge, you know, where what's the one that takes you north south east over there?
Where's he doing that right now?
It's in the car on the passenger side.
I gotta figure everything out.
Yeah, no, it's 100%.
What happened?
I shot at him, dude. I didn't know he had a kid in the car.
I didn't know he had a kid in the car. Otherwise, I would have shot him. I meant to shoot him. Otherwise, I wouldn't have shot him had I known there was a kid in the car. It sounds like this bit, that other guy was doing the shitty driving and merging and shit like that. And this 22-year-old punk hothead decided to pull out a gun and shoot. So, you know what? He turned himself in. He did the right thing as far as that's concerned. But he's a piece of crap. I say that because that could be anybody. You could... I don't know about you, but I try to be very conscious out there when I'm driving. I don't try to be an a-hole. I don't try to cut people off or tailgate. I try not to. Seriously, I try to be as conscious as possible. But sometimes you do those things, right? But you feel innocent. And all of a sudden, somebody could pull out a gun and shoot you. See? None of us are perfect on the road. I try to be. You might try to be. I don't know. Maybe you're an a-hole out there. I don't know. You shouldn't be. You should do the right thing, especially on the road when you're driving several-ton machinery at high speeds. But sometimes we do screw up, and it's in that moment where some asshole like this, 20-year-old punk or whatever hothead, can pull out a gun and shoot at your vehicle, and if it doesn't hit you, the bullet might hit someone else that's in the vehicle, if there is someone else, just like this man's son. So, this shit's got to stop, man. And parking on the lawn, you assholes that park on the lawn, you retards that don't know the parking and driving and parking on the lawn, that shit's got to stop too. But that's for another day. Because I really want to rip stupid people, idiots, pieces of crap that do stuff like that, dumbasses, a new one when I see parking on the lawn and dangerous driving. I'm getting triggered. Let's see what else is out there. Damn. I haven't really talked about Venezuela, so let's talk about this. Southcom troops fed steak and lobster dinner tonight. And what does that mean when troops are fed steak and lobster? Sounds like war, right? United States troops in the Southcom area of responsibility are being fed steak and lobster tonight. And anyone who's been in the military knows what that means. Eating lobster and steak tonight, going to war tomorrow. All right, lest you have any doubt, Southcom just also canceled Thanksgiving and Christmas leave for all its troops. Today is Monday, November 24th. Last night, the U.S. filed NOTAMs, capital N-O-T-A-M, to airlines. Filed. Last night, the U.S. filed NOTAMs to airlines closing airspace in the Gulf of America for 3 hours tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for flight travel. 1,800 hours to 2,400 hours, which is for all air refueling of heavy bombers. This morning, the Federal Register published the U.S. official designation of Cartel de los Soles as foreign terror organization. Okay, so I guess this is all about going after Venezuela's cartels and all that. So we're getting military basically ready to strike. And this is not like saber rattling. This is not just like what North Korea does. They'll do a lot of saber rattling, trying to when they lob missiles over Japan and shit like that. No, this is supposed to be the real deal. 30% of U.S. deployable naval power. 30% of our naval power is sitting in the Caribbean with Tomahawks loaded, and Marines are staged in Puerto Rico. So they're ready to attack. That's what it sounds like. Venezuela down there. You got our troops in Marines in Puerto Rico. You got 30% of our Navy in the Caribbean with Tomahawks loaded. And this is a pre-war checklist getting checked off one item at a time. It is expected that late tonight, the President will invoke the 2001 authorization for use of military force to deal with the terrorist organizations, these cartels. That's how the story's going. Maybe tomorrow morning, it's off to war we go against Venezuela. All the legal and military hardware framework is in place. The ships are in position with long-range standoff missiles. Fighter jets and bombers are positioned in Puerto Rico and elsewhere. The NOTAMs are in effect. The airspace is cleared out. War with Venezuela. Okay, the capital NOTAM, what does that mean? It's a notice containing information essential to personnel concerning with flight operations, but not known, concerned flight operation. In other words, if you're in the military, you get this notice, and they call it NOTAMs. You get this notice about your, I guess, where you have to take your flight, with what airlines and stuff like that. That's what I'm guessing. Let me just go basic. It has something to do with air travel and the military personnel. So it looks like that this isn't good. This isn't good. This is not good. I guess with them canceling, they claim they're going after foreign terrorist organizations in Venezuela, and they canceled Thanksgiving. What did I say? Thanksgiving and Christmas for the military personnel. That means when they cancel Thanksgiving and Christmas, for this military personnel in Southcom, it's go time. It's go time. Operations are already being scheduled. Attacks are already being scheduled. All right. Get cash money from the bank ASAP. Cyber attacks against the financial system are likely to commence immediately once the shooting starts. Top off your preps. Did you hear this? Top off your preps. We're talking about oil potentially going to $150 a barrel overnight. Now, I heard that, I did a video about 4 years ago talking about, it broke it down how many gallons of gas a barrel of oil can make. And it's like, when they say the barrel goes up to like, say $150 a gallon, but yet they want to jack your gas up like $6 to $8 a gallon. It's about, they're making tons of money there. They're making tons of money because even if it went from $80 a barrel to $150 a barrel, your gas should not still jump from like $2.99 to $6 to $8 a gallon. Something like that. In other words, it's just an excuse to just jack up your gas prices. But here's the deal, all right? They're saying, get money out of get cash out, top off all your preps. They're going to try to jack up gas prices now. I thought we were supposed to have the lowest gas prices around this go around, but now we're going to go after Venezuela and our gas is going to go up. I thought we're trying to be more self-reliant. I'm confused. Gasoline potentially could hit $6 to $8 a gallon. Shipping and food prices potentially spiking hard. As if we don't have enough inflation as this. Are you kidding me? Going to war with fucking Venezuela is going to cause our food and our shipping prices to potentially spike severely hard. You know, by 2030, you'll own nothing and be happy that that's their goal, right? Any way they can get it. Draining your bank account, draining your savings. Cyber retaliation potentially hitting banks and infrastructure. Could be lights out, their excuse for lights out. Thousands of Venezuelans potentially flooding the southern border instantly. No, our border is supposed to be closed. That's not happening. National Guard, right? It's closed, right? It's strengthened, right? National Guard deployments in Venezuela's Tren de Aragua gangs begin attacking us inside the U.S. I read that wrong. National Guard deployments if Tren de Aragua gangs begin attacking us inside the USA. We have no idea what China and Russia may do since they both have significant assets in Venezuela. But we're going to go after the cartels. I don't think this is a really good idea. How about just not letting cartels into our fucking country? Seal up our border, go after the cartels that are here in the United States. Go after the bad guys that are in the United States. Yeah, definitely. But going to another country that you believe is exporting them into the United States, they could send their cartels on the high seas all they want. But if they can't get in here, it's all for naught, right? It's all for naught. So we got enough problems here at home. But here we go. They're talking about oil spiking overnight, shooting past $150 overnight. Gas hitting $6 to $8 a gallon. Food and shipping prices potentially spiking hard. Cyber retaliation. What does that mean? Banks getting hit. Oh, wait a minute. Your money gets wiped out? Ooh. We keep hearing about the banks, money's going to get wiped out. This is part of the agenda. Seriously? Hitting the infrastructure, right? We get such a weak grid. That, the most advanced, one of the most supposedly advanced nations on Earth. It's 2025, but yet we still have sticks, big poles, sticks, I call them, in the ground with wires on attached that get knocked down if the wind gets too hard. But, we sent men to the moon. We're going to Mars, but we can't even fucking figure out how to keep our damn grid or make our grid strong and make our grid almost invincible to weather and climate and all these things, right? We're still doing the 1800 shit, putting electric wires on poles, on sticks, right? Wires on sticks that get blown over, right? But we're so advanced. It's all bullshit is what it is. We're being set up. I said we're being set up in a lot of ways. We're being set up. Definitely being set up. It's the only way I can see it. Why are we going to Venezuela? We don't need to be going to Venezuela for war. Does Venezuela have a lot of oil still? I thought they were eating zoo animals and shit like that. I thought that the oil it went from the richest country to the poorest country because now it's a fucking communist country. So is it still oil there? And if that's the case, why would we go in there for oil if we got our own oil right here? We have enough oil in this country to supply the whole world for several centuries. Covered that information a couple of years ago. So don't go there. Yes, we do. So drill, baby, drill. Why are we going after the cartels there? I mean, there's plenty of bad people all over Earth. Are we going to go after every country with bad people in it? Then we should start with our own. Weed out all the bad shit in our damn country, damn it. And stop letting this bullshit in like Beijing Joe Biden did the last 4 years. He lets all this shit in. Get rid of all this crap, including the damn militant piece of crap Muslims, the ones that are militant and are not here to assimilate, and anyone else that's causing problems in this fucking country. Doesn't want to assimilate, doesn't want to do the right thing, wants to destroy this country. If you hate this country, get the hell out. All right, so we got a lot of enemies within. We need to clean up this country. Our government's corrupt. The police is corrupt. We got a lot of corruption everywhere. Universities overall corrupt. Public education system's corrupt. The healthcare system's corrupt. Corruption abounds here. It abounds because it was allowed to happen. So it's time to clean our own house. Get the plank out of our own eye. I don't want to be going to war with anybody else. Enough of the damn bullshit wars. All right? Stop funding people. Stop sending money to other countries, I should say. Foreign interests and all this crap. Treating damn invaders better than you treat Americans. And American vets have been treated like crap. $6 to $8 a gallon could happen. Overnight. Get ready. Food and shipping and other shipping goods potentially spiking real hard. I got you hard. It's ridiculous. Cyber attacks. What? The electric's gonna go down? Oh, perfect time. Is this gonna be the dark winter? Finally, the dark winter where we freeze, knowing damn well that our grid has been weak and needing repair. We need more oil refineries to be built. We need more they call them nuclear plants for electricity to be built. Instead, they're retiring them, right, and transitioning to fracking solar energy under these greenies, these libtards. That's what I hear. That they're retiring a lot of these electric plants and putting in solar plants, replacing with solar plants that just can't keep up. And so our infrastructure is even shittier than it was with just having electric plants or nuclear or whatever you want to call them. It's ridiculous where we're at. And then they close down oil refineries. They don't build new ones. This is all done on purpose, man. This is ridiculous where we're at. There's no reason. I don't think we should go. All right, let me put on Russian voice. There's no reason to attack the Venezuela. If you attack Venezuela, we get Russian and Chinese ships over there. Yeah, and then it becomes even a bigger show. It's unbelievable where we're at. Stock up again. That's the theme. Stock the feck up. Get ready. Shit might about to be heavy. Hopefully this doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't, but who knows? Maybe Lou Ferrigno knows. Just get prepared, folks. Well, all this Marjorie Taylor Greene, all this politics, and all this AOC, and all this bullshit that it's a soap opera, political soap opera everyone's caught up in. This is what's going on behind the scenes, and it potentially could happen. All right, so be prepared as always. I keep saying that. I'm going to go address cops, Freemasonry, and the Eastern Star, that five-pointed star that they like to wear. And we need to address the corruption of the police force overall, and how, well, I would like to address that more further, as they say in the South, further, because it's tyranny. We're in a police state. It's absolute tyranny is what it is. Video after video that I'm witnessing of just innocent people getting shaken down by these road pirates. All right, that, and also the common denominator that I've talked about for years. I want to address that. You know who that is? The 13% of the population causing over 50% of the crime. I've been addressing that for years, but I want to focus more on that. And also, what else? Oh yeah, the Muslim invasion and all that. Yeah, the Muslims taking over and stuff like that. I mean, of course, I address these sort of videos that I've done with that, but I want to keep beating that drum, right? Keep beating that drum, because the level of corruption in our world and our society is just unbelievable. And I also want to go after discuss or expose these the food industry that's poisoning us. Wood in the food. All these companies like Campbell'S. You got lab printed meat. You got shit in glass in this company's food. You got wood in this company's food. Oopsie daisy, my bad. Like they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're fucking with our food supply to the point that it's just gonna make it impossible to. This world is hijacked, severely hijacked. I'm waiting for the church to wake up. Church, why aren't you waking up? Where are you in all this? You're silent. You keep talking about the same old recycled things over and over again. Same old recycled, boring topics. You know? The church needs to start addressing the real matters at hand instead of recycling topics like, how to fix your marriage, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's gazillion sermons in books written. You don't need to keep repeating that. You could mention it and then refer them to where to go, this sermon or that sermon. In other words, they keep recycling the sermons. We have so much stuff that needs to be addressed now. Corruption, Mason cops, right? Corruption in our government, which they do, some pastors mention, and priests. But we need to be addressing all this crap that's going on, this New World Order shit. It's unbelievable how the level of corruption in our world is overwhelming. And that's why they want us distracted. That's why they want us, touchdown. That's why they want us entertained or contained constantly. where you don't know what the hell's going on in the world. They want you playing video games. They want you head down on the cell phone. I'll go to the gym. The fucking people just, these idiots, these sheeple, these zombies are constantly looking down at their phone. They're not doing shit. Meanwhile, I'm deadlifting. I'm pushing and pulling 9 45-pound plates on a heavy-ass sled, sometimes 12 plates, 45-pound plates. And then I do 225-pound farmer's carry. I'm busting my ass in the gym. All right, but these jackasses are always on the damn phone. They park on the lawn. They drive like bats out of hell. It's amazing that a lot of us are still alive and kicking. But yeah, big thumbs up to us, right? All right, so that's what I got for you. Be prepared. This Venezuela thing could happen any moment. Could this be the dark winter? Who knows? Maybe Lou Ferrig knows. Don't be a troll out there. If you see trolls, say something. At any rate, like, share, subscribe, or don't. Whatever. At any rate, I am out.